What it do, everybody? This your man Dre, aka Dre on the Wheels. This is episode 15. Welcome back, you guys, to the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. How everybody doing out there? I gotta ask, because I care about all my listeners. Some people don't care, but I gotta ask, how everybody doing out there? Been a crazy week in wrestling, or just in life in general. So I thank you guys for joining me here on another week of Talk Pro Wrestling. It's going to be a cool episode, you guys, this week. Don't have a guest this week, but we're going to kick it off, and we're going to ride it till the wheels fall off, you guys. But before I dive into everything, you guys, I want to send a special shout out to my guest from last week, my man Drew Game, all the way from Tennessee. He's a vet in the pro wrestling industry. It was a fun episode last week to sit and just chat with you and just have fun. Talk about wrestling, talk about your independent career, talking about how you wrestled AJ Styles before, he was in Impact and Ring of Honor and everything like that. Dope interview, man. Dope interview. I appreciate you stopping by here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Also, you guys, man, I want to give a shout out to my guest from the week before. Also, my man, Sean O'Brien, referee Sean O'Brien, aka Man Bun, referee Man Bun. He got that name because he was kind of a little over, than, the wrestlers there. He didn't say it, I said it. So, shout out to him. Also, my man, Freddie Hudson, Paradigm Pro Wrestling Champion, for stopping by on that episode. Also, my guy, I appreciate it so much. But you guys, man, hey, I thank you guys for joining me once again this week. You guys, man, I'm just gonna recap the past week in pro wrestling. I'm talking Raw, SmackDown, NXT AEW, everything, you guys. We're gonna have some fun, you guys. We're gonna dive right in it. Also, you guys, man, SummerSlam is next Sunday. Not this Sunday coming up, but next Sunday. And man, it's turning out to be quite a pay-per-view, you guys. But we all heard the rumors that SummerSlam may be taking place on a boat, a cruise, a beach, wherever you want to name it, though. But anywhere other than the Performance Center, I think would be nice, I guess. I don't know. Ever since WWE been running shows since about I think it was mid-March, a little earlier than March, and it's about August now, man. Yeah, I think we need something different. The whole cinematic matches they're cool. Like I was talking on the podcast a couple of weeks ago with previous guests, especially my man Drew Game, and he was saying he's cool with the cinematic matches. I want to know how you guys feel. Leave a comment. I appreciate it so much. Leave a review. Tell me what you think about the whole cinematic matches, and do you feel as though that they should be a regular match each and every pay-per-view, or every now and then? But speaking of SummerSlam, reports has been broken that SummerSlam will take place at the Amway Center in Orlando, you guys. That is pretty huge. But the whole, story behind that is it will be no fans. Of course, the restrictions of the restrictions for the COVID-19 down in Florida, Orlando, Florida, and stuff like that. But hey, them holding SummerSlam at the Amway Center, man, seems great. I'm all down for it. I was really digging the whole beach and the boat or cruise thing, but if they're gonna have SummerSlam at the Amway Center, I'm all down for it, man. So I can't wait. A little bit coming up later on in the podcast, we'll talk about AEW also, how this past week's Dynamite had fans. That was pretty interesting also. But like I said, guys, I'm gonna give you a recap. What went down this past week in pro wrestling. We're gonna kick it off with SmackDown. You guys took place last week on Fox. We started out. We seen the whole Firefly Funhouse and Bray Wyatt basically addressing the WWE universe and just the whole situation with him and Braun Strowman has been very interesting to say the least. They match, there was that swamp match. Man, no, I don't think anybody really want to really get into that anymore. But man, it was interesting to say the least. I love the storyline. I love how they have history and everything. But my favorite part, of course, the swamp match was the fact that Alexa appeared into it. So it seems like Alexa and Bray Wyatt, or that storyline, or that thing, or whatever you want to call it, they're still working on it in WWE, as we've seen last week and the week before on SmackDown. But we kicked off SmackDown this past week, you guys. Matt Riddle went one-on-one with Sheamus, and which was a hard-hitting matchup. Matt Riddle, great opponent for Sheamus is a great opponent for Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is a great opponent for Sheamus. Either way you look at it, cool matchup. The match ended in a DQ because Shorty G came out. Of course, he trying to take advantage of the King's Corbin ransom over Matt Riddle. So that match ended in a DQ. Matt Riddle won, of course, by DQ. Sheamus was quite a bit upset after that. He was telling Shorty G, man, you ruined my match. And he beat up Shorty G, bro, kicking him twice, though. But Matt Riddle got the victory over Sheamus. Also, you guys, Cesaro went one-on-one with Lince Dorado. You guys, man, I want to share something real quick about Lince Dorado, man. Very cool guy. I was watching WWE's The Bump last Tuesday, and my man Mustafa Ali was on there, you guys. And I said to myself, if I had a choice to interview a WWE superstar, I mean, of course I want to interview, all of them. All of them are favorite. But Mustafa Ali would be a guy that I would like to interview because the simple fact, this guy been all over the place. This guy just, he has a story. He was on The Bump talking about how, championships are going to come. That is not his main focus. That's not his main goal. His main goal is really to tell a story in WWE. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, fans, that's why we tune in to WWE. Of course, the wrestling. But the story is what drives us back each and every week to tune in. And my man, Mustafa Ali, wants to tell a story. He feels as though that he had that ability to tell. But like I was saying, Lince Dorado. This also goes back to the Cruiserweight Classic. I know you guys may remember the Cruiserweight Classic, which was a dope tournament. But Mustafa Ali was scheduled to be in the Cruiserweight Classic tournament. But he was not a mainstay. He wasn't a guaranteed participant in the tournament. He was a backup. And Mustafa Ali was saying on WWE's The Bump, he was like, wow, I'm a backup. So he went to go ask William Regal, am I going to really be in this tournament? And William told him, as Mustafa Ali said, kid, man, you're a backup. Ali went to go ask, how many more backups is it? And it was 10. So Mustafa Ali was like, man, my chances for really being in this tournament was high to now it's really, really low because it's 9 other guys they can choose over me. But Lince Dorado was supposed to go one-on-one with whoever Mustafa Ali was saying in the interview. But however, Lince Dorado was confronted by Triple H and asked, is there anybody you would like to have a match in this tournament? It's going to be a 5-minute match. It's not going to be really long. And Lindsay Dorado chose Mustafa Ali. They went out and killed it, man. You can go back, of course, watch it on the WWE Network. But that was really, really cool for Lindsay Dorado to really look out for Mustafa Ali. But even though Lindsay Dorado won the match between Mustafa Ali got eliminated in the first round, of course. But the next week, Triple H will call him to a full-time deal in WWE. So shout out to my man Lindsay Dorado for that. That was really, really cool. But Cesaro defeated Lindsay Dorado last week on SmackDown. But also, you guys, Braun Strowman. Well, we seen Bray Wyatt, man. He's kind of like, he's all over the place, man. We seen Bray Wyatt come out there, man. Well, we seen the Fiend. We seen the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This whole Fiend, Bray Wyatt, is kind of like Mick Foley, man. He got 3 faces of Bray. He's the Bray Wyatt that he went one-on-one with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31. He's the Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse, and then he's the Fiend. But the whole segment with him and Alexa was pretty cool 2 weeks ago to end it. So they kind of like follow up on that. Alexa's like, I don't really know with that, but I don't really know what to say too much on that. But I'm interested. I thought Alexa maybe was Sister Abigail. I'm pretty sure a lot of people may thought, but maybe not. But Braun Strowman, we seen him appear on SmackDown to sort of confront the Fiend in a monster like a monster vibe or something like that. But Braun Strowman saying basically, the Fiend, man, I'm coming for you at SummerSlam, and you're not just going to face Braun Strowman, you're going to face the monster among men. Don't get it twisted, man. I'm the monster. So hey, however that goes, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. WWE is all over the place, man, nowadays, man. But okay. Also, you guys, Jeff Hardy went 1-on-1 with King Corbin. That match came to a DQ. Jeff Hardy won over Corbin by DQ because Sheamus came out to interfere in this match, because Shorty G, on behalf of King Corbin, came out early in the night to interfere in the match between Matt Riddle and Sheamus. So Sheamus thought he'd come out to repay Corbin. Sheamus went 1-on-1 with King Corbin, and Sheamus came out on top. Yeah, that was that. Man, oh man. But Stephanie McMahon appeared on SmackDown. She kind of like been appearing here and there, every now and then on WWE TV, I guess, to, spice something up. The ratings are low. So, when the ratings are low, throw a McMahon in it. And hey, time everything would turn around, I guess. But I guess not. But Stephanie appeared to confront Sasha and Bayley to let Bayley know that she will be facing Asuka on Monday Night Raw. And if Asuka can win, she will face Sasha at SummerSlam. Hey, you guys, man, Sasha and Bayley has just been killing it, man. It's been killing it. And I previously said, when the first SmackDown with no fans, I remember when Sasha and Bayley came out there, and the fans are everything, you guys, man. It's the reaction, it's the feedback, it's everything. When Bayley came out there and pulled a promo with, of course, like I said, no fans, and she got to that point in the promo where it's like, okay, that part is like, okay, the fans will feedback off that part. And it was, of course, no feedback, no fans. Man, I felt as though like Bayley and Sasha, they're going to thrive on this. They're going to thrive on it. They're going to knock the door down, and they're going to continue to knock the door down. And Bayley has been the longest reigning women's champion so far right now, or the longest reigning champion current in WWE. Sasha is killing it, man, just killing it, man. So shout out to the golden role models, as they call themselves. We move on. We seen Miz and Morrison. They kind of have Miz had a Miz TV, and the guest was Sonya Deville. But in between all of that, they would make fun of Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville cutting her hair. Hey, you guys, we all know Mandy Rose is beautiful. Come on, but let's move past this. I know we on Fox for SmackDown to get the ratings. We're trying to get people into it, but really push Sonya, man. She's a great talent. She could kick ass. She's a former UFC, fighter, or MMA fighter. So come on, man, let her loose. Let her loose. But we're gonna move on here. But of course, the end of SmackDown had everybody talking. You guys, Retribution is the new group that was sort of hinted on that week's Monday Night Raw, but Retribution really showed up this past week on Friday Night SmackDown. Last week on Friday Night SmackDown, and man, did they tear the place apart? They really did. They tore that place apart, man. Ran everybody. The NXT developmental talent from ringside. They ran them out. Corey and Michael Cole seemed like they was waiting on. It seemed like they was waiting on their Uber. You feel me? It was like, man, you got 30 seconds to come outside for the Uber or we leaving. Man, did they got the fuck. But man, yeah, Retribution came out there, did they thing. Brought a chainsaw with them, like, all right, cut up the ropes, I'm interested, you guys, what do you think? Who is Retribution? I've been watching wrestling since I was about 8 years old, man, and I've been down since day one. I'm gonna, ride it out, see, how this, turn out, if it's a hit or it's a miss. So we're gonna see how it goes, Retribution is here. But we're gonna move on here. Monday Night Raw, you guys, took place this past week on Monday. Of course, it's Monday Night Raw. All right. We started out, you guys, with Samoa Joe in the middle of the ring for a contract signing between Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio. For their match at SummerSlam, it's going to be Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. That is like I think that's the match I'm really most looking forward to at SummerSlam. I don't want Randy to win over Drew McIntyre. I feel as though the Street Profits are going to lose to Angel Garza and Andrade. I'm looking forward to it, but I think Seth and Dominic is the most interesting and intriguing matchup, to say the least. But the whole contract signing went on, man. Seth, Dominic told the story in this, man. It's just, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, you guys. Of course, Dominic brought the kendo stick to the ring, and my man Seth was like, man, I do you a favor because I tried, for you to walk away, for your father to just walk away. I'm doing all this for the greater good. For the greater good. So Seth said, man, you could bring that kendo stick. You could bring whatever that you want at your exposable because I want you to have a chance, basically. You're a rookie, and, man, I've been here burning it down, slaying the beast, slaying, the King Slayer. I've been doing all of that, winning championships. So basically, hey, I tried to give you a chance, but the contract signing was over with. But Seth Rollins told Dominic, man, stand ringside, take a pen, take this kendo stick, just in case Murphy might not whip your ass. He ain't say that though. But Dominic was ringside just to look on at Seth Rollins' match with Roberto. Take notes, man. You're a rookie. Stuff like that. But Seth Rollins defeated Humberto Carrillo, and which was a short match, but really good match to say the least. Right after that match, Seth and Murphy. Man. I think everybody know what happened next. Seth Rollins and Murphy put a beating, mainly Seth Rollins, but afterwards Murphy and Seth put a beating on Dominic Mysterio, and man, did he get whipped. They whipped him. I ain't even gonna count. I don't want to count. It was just whip after whip after whip after whip. That went on at least for about 10 minutes. And, I felt Seth, man. I'm just like, man, this dude is just, he's in the zone. He's in it. You feel me? Like, I think, in a way, it's like, okay, Randy Orton is getting all the buzz. It's like, okay, yeah, Randy Orton is killing it, okay, but I mean, like, hey, I'm still here. I'm Seth Rollins, like, I'm the Monday Night Messiah, and it's like, man, he was just in the zone, man, just in the zone. So can't wait for that matchup at SummerSlam between Seth and Dominic, man. I hope Dominic is okay, man, with all those whiplashes, man, and everything, man. So hope he's doing fine. But you're gonna move on here. Angelo Dawkins went at it one-on-one in singles action to take on Andrade, his tag team partner. Well, Angelo Dawkins' tag team partner, Montez Ford of the Street Profits, was, sort of poisoned, as they say, by maybe Zelina the week prior. This past week on Raw, when they showed the recap, previously on Raw, that week before, I didn't see my man Montez taking a sip of the cup and was like, what the fuck is this in this? I didn't see that. All I just saw him was just like, kind of like, ooh, I'm not feeling too good. And then he did it again, and then that's when he passed out. So I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So, okay, I see that. But, Bianca, Montez, wife, was kind of like pointing the finger at Zelina. She's the brains of Andrade and Angel Garza. So Bianca was thinking it was Zelina poisoning her husband. So Bianca got a match with Zelina, and which was a cool matchup, to say the least. Zelina haven't had a whole lot of matches, and of course WWE right now is a little bit short on talent. I ain't gonna say little bit. They short on talent. Some guys haven't made the clear from overseas, and they of course fired a lot of people earlier this year. So it was a cool match, and to say the least. Like I was saying, Zelina did her thing. She was turning me on, man. Real short, real sexy, but she was taking those bumps, and Bianca, of course, went over on Zelina. Also, you guys, Shelton Benjamin. He's one of the members of the Hurt Business. He went one-on-one with Apollo. He defeated him, and it seems like Shelton Benjamin may be receiving a United States Championship opportunity in the near future. Maybe SummerSlam, maybe Raw. Who knows, though? But you guys, what's your guys' thoughts on the Hurt Business? I'm really digging this. MVP was like, I'm done with wrestling. That match I think he had after WrestleMania. I don't even think it was after WrestleMania. Couldn't have been after WrestleMania. I think it was like after the Royal Rumble. It was something. And he just had that match for his son. And his son was like, oh, cool, my dad, So Monday Night Raw, he's wrestling with some of my favorite wrestlers. So MVP thought to stick around, man. And he's been doing his thing, you guys, man. I never thought that MVP right now would be doing his thing in 2020, like with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, though, So I really like how the whole Hurt Business has formed. I think they're going to get maybe Ricochet, Cedric, or Apollo, but I think Apollo can do it by himself. But I feel as though they're going to get Cedric or Ricochet in the Hurt Business. And I'm really digging it, I'm really digging it. All the guys in the group, they're black, it's strong, we whipping the ass, we taking names, we cashing checks. Man, I love it, man. I love it. Also, you guys, we seen a return on Monday Night Raw, man. You guys, if you don't know, Trish Stratus is my favorite female wrestler of all time, and right under her is Mickie James. Mickie James made a turn to Monday Night Raw. I don't know what's up with the whole Lana and Natalya thing. I really don't know, but I'm gonna probably see Mickie James back, and hopefully she can get in the mix of the women's division. That's sort of the women's division, I guess, that's going on right now. But hopefully, definitely, she can get into the mix of everything. Also, you guys, we seen a huge 8-man tag team match that I really don't know why, but we seen the Viking Raiders, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, defeat Akira Tozawa and his ninjas. Like, really? Like, see, that's why I say WWE is short on talent, though. Akira Tozawa and his ninjas, though? Like, I really don't know. It's ninjas, though. But shout out to Viking Raiders and Ricochet and Cedric for the victory over that one, though. But R-Truth, you guys, R-Truth got his baby back. Yo, R-Truth got his baby back, man. Pinning Akira Tozawa after Akira Tozawa and his ninjas lost again, in that huge 8-man tag team match that took place for what reason? But yeah, congratulations on R-Truth becoming, I guess, the 210 24 7-11 I-95 champion, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you guys, Raw Underground has been a trending topic in WWE for the last 2 weeks. What are you guys' thoughts on it? The first week, you guys, we seen Dolph Ziggler, we seen Riddick Moss and doing his thing, you guys. It was this tall dude who got kind of like dreads or something, or plaits or whatever. That dude played in WWE's The Main Event movie that's on Netflix. And I was like, I knew I recognized that dude. So to me, for real, he's kind of like a handsman talent. Just whenever they need him, and he's there, and he does his job good. So, but yeah, he's doing his thing. This past week, we seen Shayna Baszler just squash 3 women. Like, man, she was talking on Raw Underground. Like, man, she needed that. So Xia Li tweeted, like, man, Raw Underground is made for me. So, hey, you guys, man, like I said, I've been a wrestling fan for a long time, man, and a lot of things been a hit and a lot of things been a miss. So, Raw Underground. And I was talking to, I guess, a couple of episodes ago. It's like, man, they tried something similar like this before. If you guys don't remember, when the 24/7 championship, when Mick Foley, they brought in the championship, he was kind of like saying the 10 o'clock hour is the dark hour of Monday Night Raw. If you guys don't remember, where the graphics would go sort of black and reddish or black and whitish, it'll be a dark portion of Raw to try to spice up that third hour. So it's like, if Raw Underground is not going to go that whole 4 hour, which I really don't see it going that whole 4 hour, then I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, like, hey, I want to see more superstars in it, see how it go. But I'm riding it, man. Let's see how it go. But also, you guys, what happened on Monday Night Raw? Asuka defeated Bayley. So now she will indeed face Sasha for the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam. As I was reporting earlier, you guys, SummerSlam is reportedly to take place at the Amway Center, home of the Orlando Magics. But of course, none of the NBA teams can play at their venues. So, hey, this leaves the Amway Center wide open. So, hey, looking forward to that. SummerSlam is turning out to be very, very interesting. Also, you guys, in the main event of Monday Night Raw, the Viper, a legend killer, Randy Orton, went one-on-one with a game, Kevin Owens. Man, oh man, don't take nothing away from Kevin Owens. He did his thing. He was hitting sentons after sentons, cannonballs after cannonballs. Man, swanton after swanton, man. Kevin Owens was really doing his thing in this match, but all it took was the 3 devastating words in sports entertainment, and that's RKO. RKO, that was a wrap. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins the matchup. But you guys, man, after the match was very interesting and entertaining, to say the least, but more so interesting. Randy Orton, of course, called out his mentor, Ric Flair. Can I get a woo? That wasn't all that good, though. But, yeah, he called out Ric Flair. Man, what was a heartfelt promo. Another thing that these guys and girls that's been killing it, without fans, in the ring, physical or, emotional, with that passion, with the promo. They just been killing it, man. And Orton, Rick, man, that was a promo. Really, really was. But Randy Orton, of course, low blow Rick. Randy Orton wants the spot all to himself. He don't need Rick. He don't need nobody. I was telling my man Anthony Giesick, shout out to the Beautiful Feet podcast, who was on here a couple of weeks ago. I was telling you, my man, that Randy Orton, next victim, was going to be Ric Flair. Don't stand too close to a viper, man. It's going to bite you. Don't stand too close to a snake. It will bite you. And it bit Ric Flair in the balls. It bit him in the balls, I guess. It bit him in the balls. And, he was also saying, my man, he was also saying, like, I don't want Ric Flair to get punted in the head. Well, he did, sort of, but we all know what WWE is, I didn't see it really going down the way it did, with Retribution debuting on SmackDown, and we seen them on Monday Night Raw. I was thinking, okay, maybe these guys are going to make a presence on Monday Night Raw, and the lights flickering, Randy Orton preparing to punt him. It cut off, cut back on, but he go through with the punt, but it's, I'm expecting more something else. It's a surprise factor, someone be in the middle of the ring when the whole, when the lights come up. But that wasn't the case, so WWE, they kind of be missing it sometimes, though. But, man, oh, man. Well, guys, I hope you're enjoying this episode as well as I am. If you're on your way to work, you just woke up, or you're just going to bed, you guys, man, I appreciate you guys joining me here on another episode of Talk Pro Wrestling. But sit tight, you guys. I'm going to take a sweet, short break. A very, very sweet, short break. And I'll be right back here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling.
When it comes to growing your podcast, it's tough to know where to start. That's why Anchor gives podcasters the tools they need to make each episode better than the last. Now, Anchor Analytics includes new stats from Spotify to help you better understand who's listening and what they like about your show. With charts that let you see how far people are making it into each episode and where they're dropping off, you can plan your podcast around the content that performs best. Hover over to see how many people are tuning into specific segments, and learn what hooks your audience by comparing the average listening time across multiple episodes. Using anonymized demographic data from Spotify, take a granular look at the age and gender of your listeners to start tailoring your content or targeting new audiences. Track analytics from multiple platforms and Spotify insights. Everything you need to grow your podcast, all in one place with Anchor.
Yo, you guys, before we dive right back into the podcast, I want to tell you about listener support. Yo, listener support helps me out big time making the podcast, setting up my equipment, getting guests, and everything, man. Time is money. You guys can click the link in the description, you guys. It's listener support. You can help me out with a small amount each month. It's just a small amount. 99 cents a month, just click on the link. Or $4.99 a month. Just click on the link, or $9.99 a month. Now, that'll help me out big time, you guys. Just click the link in the description, listen to support. It helps me improve and keep making podcasts just for you. Yo, you guys, welcome back here to the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Welcome back, you guys. Took a short commercial break, but we're back. We talked about Raw, we talked about SmackDown, we talked about SummerSlam, you guys. That news is reporting that SummerSlam will take place at the Amway Center. So, hey, you want to talk about different location for WWE wrestling? Hey, there you go. But you guys, man, we're gonna move on here on the podcast, man. We're gonna talk about some NXT and AEW. We're gonna start off with NXT, you guys. Man. NXT, last night we seen to start the whole show off, Karrion Kross, man. That guy intro is just a beast, man. Just a beast. For real. Like, if I didn't like wrestling and I saw his interest, man, I like wrestling now. I really do. But you guys, Karrion Kross went 1-on-1 with Danny Burch, and Danny Burch didn't have no chance. I'm sorry, Danny. I really am. He didn't have no chance. Karrion Kross defeated Danny Burch, you guys. Right after the match, Keith Lee, man, you better bask in his glory, you guys. Keith Lee hit the ring and confronted Karrion Kross and his manager, Scarlett. You know, you guys ain't gonna keep running mind games out here and talking about that TikTok bullshit. So my man Keith Lee came out there with a contract ready to go, man. Like, it's already signed. I talked to William Regal, man. We got this match already set up. You want to keep being a punk bitch? You feel me? All right, we're going to step in the ring, man. I'm going to whip your ass like a punk bitch. Excuse my language, I guess. But, Keith Lee signed the contract, gave it to Karrion Kross. He signed it. The match is official. NXT TakeOver 30, the night before SummerSlam, you guys. Next Saturday, it's gonna be a match to look forward to. But in the process, you guys, Scarlett kissed the contract, kissed the folder, send it back to Keith Lee, and when he opened it, a fireball was in his face, man. I know Mia Yim was not happy with this one right here. So, man, oh man, Keith Lee was outraged, man. He was just going crazy, man. I don't need no help, man, for real. I'm gonna get him, man. But hey, that's a cool, interesting matchup to look forward to at NXT TakeOver 30. Also, you guys, Adam Cole, baby, he came back this week. Well, he really wasn't really gone, but the prior week he got punt kicked by former NFL punter Pat McAfee, who's a really big, huge WWE fan. If you guys seen him, you know, he been doing takeovers. He's been doing things for the WWE Network. Hell, he was sort of a reporter for the XFL before that whole collapse right there. Oh, you guys, man, before I move on, shout out to my man, The Rock, man, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, favorite wrestler of all time, man. That's big ball status right there, bro. Like, for real, man. I used to wrestle for Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon started the XFL. I was kind of like the first guy that everybody saw in the XFL back in 2001 when it first came out. That folded. It started back up again. Now The Rock is a huge movie star. Nowhere to be found in wrestling at all, though. XFL folds because of the coronavirus pandemic, and they say they didn't have any chance. But come on, the ratings were outstanding. It was doing good. It was actually doing great. And my man Rock came and said, you know what? I'm going to buy this joint. And The Rock, of course, he played college football. You guys, played college football. Didn't make it to the NFL. He went to the CFL and Canadian Football League. That didn't work out. So now he is buying his boss's football company. Man, that whole story is so crazy. So shout out to The Rock, though. But Adam Cole, man, I hope you beat Pat McAfee. I understand, man, you're a big wrestling fan and everything like that, and you used to punt kick footballs, throughout your, adult career or your football career or whatever. But there's a whole different league, Pat. So my man Adam Cole, baby, gonna lay it on you, man. So what you guys' thoughts on that one right there? I was saying, man, they couldn't get no really big celebrities and shit like that. So Pat McAfee was the closest one to them. They had Rob Gronkowski, but he went back to football and, went with his buddy Tom Brady. So, hey, that's that. Also, you guys, we seen Bronson Reed goes 1-on-1 with my man Damian Priest. Was a good, hard-hitting matchup for the two. The two showed, what they're capable of. Bronson Reed is going to NXT TakeOver in that 5-man ladder match. So, Bronson Reed just trying to show what he got, and Damian Priest is trying to prove himself to still be a legit, guy in NXT, you guys. NXT this past week was just, not really too much popping, but, you guys, I'm giving you everything, recapping everything that was, really standing out. Also, you guys, the main event of NXT took place. Cameron Grimes, baby. Cameron Grimes. That's my man. Cameron Grimes, Kushida, and the third person, and Sprasster's third person. This triple threat match was determined who will go on to that fatal 5-way match. at NXT TakeOver 30 for the vacant North American Championship. And you guys, that third person was none other than Hit It! Velveteen Dream, you guys. Yeah, Velveteen Dream made his return, but Velveteen Dream and of course Kushida came up short. Cameron Grimes is on a roll. He picked up that victory. He will be in that ladder match at TakeOver 30. So, hey, pick up the Cameron Grimes. Velveteen Dream, pretty upset after the match, started attacking Kushida. And then here comes Finn Balor, because Finn Balor is also that was supposed to take on a surprise vacant opponent next week on NXT to earn a spot in this North American Championship ladder match. And Finn Balor's opponent is going to be Velveteen Dream. So looking forward to that one. That's going to be really, really cool, you guys. Really, really cool. But okay, you guys, last but not least, we're going to move on. AEW Dynamite. Man, oh man, who don't love them some AEW? Man, AEW is dope. But like I was saying, you guys, about WWE and SummerSlam, having SummerSlam at the Amway Center without fans. I know. But you guys, AEW this past week on Dynamite, they had fans. Of course, they had to follow the whole guideline and restrictions and everything. And they were nowhere near the wrestlers, but they were fans there. And I thought that was something really, really cool. Man, fans haven't seen wrestling in person in about 4 or 5 months. So shout out to all the fans that were there to see Dynamite, man. So that was kudos to them. Kudos to AEW for pulling that off also. But also, you guys, the first match to start the night, the Young Bucks taking on Stu Grayson. And who's the other guy? I just said it. I just looked at his name. Uno and Stu Grayson. Yeah, the Dark Order. Man, the Dark Order is like a dark horse team to me. I really love the Dark Order. Well, at least Stu Grayson and Uno. And I really love Butcher and the Blade. I thought those two teams are really, really good. And I want to see more of those two teams in AEW. But the Young Bucks took the victory over the Dark Order. MJF, you guys, came out to address the AEW fans for a second week in a row. MJF is basically, vote for him. He's supposed to be your champion. I'm voting for you, MJF. If you're going up against Donald Trump, I'm voting for you, man. I'm voting for you. But MJF, man, he's coming after Jon Moxley. He's coming after that AEW championship. He wants to be champion. He need to be champion, man. The greatest heel. He got to be the greatest heel right now in the company. Now, Randy doing his thing. I know Randy great, but MJF is good, man. But Jon Moxley came out there to interrupt this whole speech of MJF's. Left him with paradigm shift, or Dirty Deeds, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm really looking forward to this match between MJF and Jon Moxley at All Out. Also, you guys, we seen Cody go one-on-one with Scorpio Sky, and the TNT title was on the line. Yo, you guys, man, my man Justin Roberts, did he really call Cody the Prince of Wrestling, though? The Prince of Wrestling. Okay. We're going to move on with it. We're going to move on with that one. Mike Chioda, you guys. Mike Chioda. He was one of many other people who got released from WWE on that Black Wednesday, with a lot of people who got fired from WWE. But Mike Chioda, man. I was literally getting something out the refrigerator, and they said, Mike Chioda. They said it like twice. And I was just like, why that name sounds so familiar? And I picked up on it, and I looked over, and I was like, Mike Chioda. Really? Like, my man, you know this had to been something like a last-minute decision. My man wasn't in shape. He wasn't training. He had a little beer belly. Or he just been, I'm stuck in the house. What the hell I'm going to do? But shout out to Mike Chioda for making his return into wrestling, man. Referee Sean O'Brien, you the man that love to count to 1, 2, 3, but this man is the 1, 2, 3. You feel me? But shout out to Mike Chioda. I appreciate seeing you back in wrestling. You guys, man, of course, AEW Dynamite this past week was Tag Team Appreciation Night. So we seen the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line. Kenny Omega and, Kenny Omega. Something like that. I don't know how Justin Roberts do that every week, man. But God bless him. But Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page defeated Luchasaurus. Defeated Luchasaurus. Jurassic Express. They defeated them for the tag team titles. I be getting the name mixed up though, but I really love that tag team. Cool matchup that was, you guys. Like I was saying, it was Tag Team Appreciation Night. We seen a Rock and Roll Express. We seen Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and we seen FTR in the middle of the ring. Young Bucks, FTR sitting there, standing there in the middle of the ring, singing Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Rock and Roll Express praises. And they accepted it and everything. And Tully picks up the microphone and just start going on FTR and Young Bucks. You guys are, who are you? Who are you guys? Not necessarily, but who are you? But come on, you guys don't have no belts. You're not the man. Like Kenny Omega and Hangman got the belts. You guys don't have nothing. So that went on for about a quick second until FTR turns heel and power drives one of the members of the Rock and Roll Express. You guys. Come on, man. FTR is making a name for themselves in AEW, and they are not going to stop. They are not going to stop. That was one hell of a segment, man. That was really, really, really cool. Also, you guys, AEW Women's Champion Sheeta defeated Heather Monroe. And also, you guys, the main event of AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite was $7,000 obligation match. It was on the line. Orange Cassidy versus Jericho, the rematch of the century. Orange Cassidy picked up the W in this one, man. That was a very, very good matchup. I appreciate Jericho putting over Orange Cassidy because Orange Cassidy is so over, you guys. So over. But if I had to choose, and AEW won again this week. Clearly in the ratings, but as far as viewership, AEW won. But another thing, you guys, a surprise. AEW will not be on next Wednesday. No, you guys, it will come on next Saturday. And next Saturday is also NXT TakeOver 30. So I want to know, you guys, man, are you going to watch the whole NXT Dynamite? From 6 to 8. And they said it starts immediately following the NBA games. So, NBA games don't never go off the time they say they're going to go off. So that show gonna start at least about 6:15, 6:30, something like that. So, you're gonna be watching that, and you're gonna turn over the flip back and forth from TakeOver to that. I wanna know you guys' thoughts, man. For real. But you guys, man, I appreciate you guys joining me here this week on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. I appreciate it so much, man. Like I was saying earlier, I didn't have no guest this week, but next week I have a cool guest, you guys. It's gonna be cool. You guys gonna really like it. He appeared on AEW Dark on YouTube. Had a dope matchup. I'm not gonna tell you guys who it is, though. You gotta stick tight. Follow me, and you may find out. Follow me, like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Dreonwheels. Follow me on Instagram at the 1130 podcast. If you want to be a guest here on the podcast, email me, the 1130 podcast at gmail.com. You guys, don't forget to follow me, leave a review, 5-star rating, subscribe to the 1130 podcast on YouTube. I appreciate you guys joining me so much. I really do. And once again, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, and I'm out.